Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week out to prophesy the downfall of Esau, 2/3 of our people, and the other nations. First, foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Karash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and to the brothers that's preaching this truth with preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so. This is the brother Kanasla coming from GMS Chicago branch. Basically, it was on my spirit to do a lesson on this. Meant to do it last night, but spirit got me doing it now. So basically, this was a thing that was amongst our people. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, a woman of course it's not today, but supposed to be a virgin, and the dad gives his daughter to whatever man or whatever, right? Or like it was a tradition, you know what I'm saying? Or the man picks the father's daughter or whatever. But the dad just happened to give his daughter away to a man, all right? He has basically a token of her virginity, all right? And that's when she's a virgin, she has sex for the first time, boom, it's like blood on the cloth, all right? And then he holds on to that, all right? So real quick, I'm gonna read this, you know what I'm saying? Salakia Akim. Pull it over real quick so I can read this. All right, so it says Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 13. It says, if any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her and give occasions of speech against her. Oh, Salaki, that's the thing I wanted to say. This is a situation that happened with Mary and Joseph, all right? When it came to Mary and Joseph and stuff like that, he actually had sex with her first, all right? That virgin means a young maid. It doesn't mean virgin, all right? So when he had sex with her and stuff like that, it was before the whole thing of the father giving her away and having a little celebration and stuff like that, all right? She was already conceived with child, and basically had a child, you know what I'm saying, or pregnant. And the thing is, there was no proof of her losing her virginity to him, so he didn't want her to be a public example, so they went away, all right? So here it is. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 13. It said, if any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and that's how a person actually becomes your wife, you know what I'm saying, by sexual intercourse. When you look up the word consummate, it gives you the definition of it. So it says Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 13. It says, if any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her and give occasions of speech against her and bring up an evil name upon her and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. All right. Now it says, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her. And lo, he had given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. So the thing is, he's saying, yo, she ain't a virgin, this and that, blah, 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 And it's like, what are you talking about? The father's like, yo, I got the tokens of my daughter's virginity right here. All right. It says, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity, and they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him, and they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he had brought up an evil name upon the virgin of Israel, and she shall be be his wife, and he may not put her away all his days. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? If he lies and says that, she's not a virgin, but she is and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Bring up that evil upon her and stuff like that, and she didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be his wife. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. And he can't put her away all his days. And it said, but if this thing be true, so if it is true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die, because she had wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house. So shall thou put evil away from among you. All right. Now check this out. This is Matthew chapter 1. Uh, 18. It said, now the birth of Yahushua HaMashiach, which here says Jesus, which the world ignorantly calls the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? J wasn't a letter to 1634. It wasn't established as a letter to 1634, so that clearly is not his name. All right. It says, was on this wise when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, didn't want her to be stoned to death, right? Was minded to put her away privily. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. All right. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. All right. So, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want Mary to be a public example. All right. You know, and she was a young woman, man. All right. And the father didn't have the token. Basically, the whole elders would have thought that she was out there playing a whore, which she wasn't. All right. And Joseph knew about this, so he was like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna let that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Didn't go back. You know? This is just a short and simple lesson, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give all honor, praises, and hopefully it was edifying. So I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and to the brothers that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so. To the confusion of faces that's pushing this truth also, and to the hopeful elect and a few sisters that's listening, learning, and watching. Shalom.